Hey everyone, this is Karl, the assistant baker at Ashley's Bread and Treats, and today we are going to have the first ever episode of Man Cooking. Hey Ashley, what do you want to eat?
I don't feel like cooking. Can you just make something?
Oh God.
Oh no, not again. She hates my cooking. Everything I cook isn't the greatest. I guess we were just going to starve. How will we survive? Do we live off pizza? Ravioli? Cereal?
You know, this really isn't that big of a deal now that I think about it. I actually have a couple dishes that I could whip up that I know Ashley will love. So I'm just going to make a basic chili recipe for Ashley. And you know what? It's really simple ingredients. All you need is a can of black beans, a can of light red kidney beans, a can of dark red kidney beans, a can of Rotel, a can of this tomato juice, McCormick chili seasoning. Do not get that generic or your wife might not be very happy. You need an onion. You need this cauldron, stringy spaghetti drainer thing, and you need a pot. And most importantly, you guys gotta look swole in the gym, so you need your 35-pound weight.
So start off peeling your onion. So it'd be really easy to just make a small cut and peel the layers, but this way you get extremely frustrated. It takes excessive time to the point that you're just like, screw it, and you throw it in the trash can.
So rule number one, you don't want to seem too competent whenever you're cooking, so always ask for help. Hey Ashley, how do you chop an onion?
Google it.
Hey Google, how do I chop an onion?
At this point, I realized really no matter what Google said, I didn't really care because I was just going to do whatever anyways.
Sure, here's how to chop it.
But in reality, my onion chopping technique is not up to par. My wife, Ashley, actually took some culinary classes in undergrad and learned this awesome technique where you don't cut the end of the onion. You kind of leave it on there so you can slice it really well, and then you can see once you get it all sliced, you turn it and you're able to get nice, consistent chunks. And the big thing with this technique is you're not risking losing your fingers. So mine's a little more risky, but hers is better. Yeah.
So the next thing to do after you chop your onion, add a little oil here, you know, just a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Get your onion. You want it all in there. Oh yeah. Throw it in there. And then I actually forgot to mention that the most important ingredient overall is your protein. Now you want to get swole while cooking. So you always got to make sure you get a lot of good meat in there. So you get your meat and everything there, your stuff's heating up.
While you're working on the meat, make sure to really break it up, get it mixed up, get that meat nice and brown so it's fully cooked.
So rule number 2 of cooking is that you want to look swole while you're actually cooking. So this is where the 35-pound dumbbell comes into play. So you can just rep out a few of these bad boys in case your significant other comes in. So you're not only cooking, you look extra swole. So rule number 3 is don't get grease down the drain because nobody likes that. Oh, and make sure you brown your meat too. That'd be bad if you didn't. What even is this can opener?
To be honest, I actually know how to use this can opener, but the first time I picked it up, I really had no idea. Now I absolutely love it.
How does this even work? Ashley!
I thought you were making lunch.
How do I even use this?
I'll show you. Step 1, don't trip over the 35-pound dumbbells in the kitchen. Got strength though.
At this point, go ahead and add in your chili powder, add in your liquid, so add in your tomato juice, add your Rotel. Do not drain the tomato juice or the Rotel. And then in a little bit, you're going to drain your beans, but check out that beautiful mixture so far. Once you get to this step, make sure to rinse the grease off of the colander that you just drained the meat from. And now you actually want to drain your beans. Put your black beans, red kidney beans, light kidney beans already into the colander. And this is a really important step. You actually need to rinse the beans afterwards, just so you have a more consistent flavor. Add in the beans to the actual chili and make sure to mix everything up, because this is going to be your final mixture, and you want to cook those beans even though they're already cooked for about 20 minutes. So just, mix it up real good and let it boil for a few minutes, and then just keep heating it up.
Rule number 4, always recycle. And that means you have to actually rinse out the cans before you put them in the recycling. So step number 4, recycling is cool, so you gotta make it stay cool. So you gotta throw your cans into the recycling bin. Kobe! Rule number 5, the most important one, always do your dishes. So at this point, you always want to make your sides. And some of my favorite sides of all time are a little Honeycrisp apple, some saltines, and a good block of cheese.
It's also really nice when you set the table according to the meal you're having. So my wife, she's like a queen, and she always deserves the best. So that's why I'm doing the white tablecloth chili lunch. Add some flowers, pull out the gurgle pot, the nice water, and the fiesta ware.
Is it ready yet?
Yes, ma'am. Come grab some chili. So Ashley likes a little more soupy consistency, and I like a little thicker consistency. It's whatever you prefer. Now when you're serving the chili, you want to serve it really, really hot. You like the steam coming off the chili so it looks good.
Looks yummy. Thank you.
But then you throw an ice cube in it to cool it down so you can actually eat it. The steam was just kind of to look cool. And then how I like to eat it, I like a piece of cracker, a cheese, and I like to get a big old scoop of chili on there, get it all over my fingers, make it look really messy like I'm a kid, and then make it just big enough so you can barely fit in your mouth, stuff in the entire cracker, and you get that perfect consistency. Delicious! And there's two types of people, the ones that clean their chili bowls and the ones that leave the soupy stuff at the bottom. Thanks everyone for watching the first episode of Man Cooking. Subscribe so we can make more videos like this. Have an absolutely fantastic day.